Oh my god, we have so much to talk about. So much drama went down. The star of the show is King Toxic himself, Mr. Gwan-hee. Basically, y'all, Gwan-hee has 3 girls fighting over him in these 2 episodes. Min-ji, Hye-seon, and Ha-jeong. The girls were forced to play a game of chicken, okay? And the top 3 were gonna be able to pick who they wanted to go to paradise with. And lo and behold, the top 3 were Hye-seon, Ha-jeong, and Min-ji. All 3 of them want Gwan-hee, and they all knew it. Hye-seon comes in first, immediately picks Gwan-hee, and when Gwan-hee comes out of the tent, the looks on Ha-jeong and Min-ji's faces are not good at all. Now, the messed up thing is, all 3 of the girls and Gwan-hee have to take the same helicopter out of Inferno to the paradise. You see Min-ji sitting next to Gwan-hee, and she keeps like poking him and touching his arm. And Gwan-hee just sits there and just ignores her and tells her to stop because Hye-seon is also sitting next to him. And as Gwan-hee keeps ignoring Min-ji just starts crying in the middle of the helicopter. What's more messed up is on Min-ji's right side is Min-kyu, and Min-kyu is sitting there because he was the one that Min-ji picked to take to paradise. Now, Min-kyu sees Min-ji crying, and being the nice guy that he is, he offers his shirt to Min-ji so she can wipe her tears. I don't know about you guys, but if a girl that I was supposed to go on a date with was crying in front of me because of another guy and that guy was sitting next to us, I would feel awful. What I really didn't like about Gwan-hee's behavior in these 2 episodes was that he had deep talks with Hye-seon, Min-ji, and Ha-jeong, but with Min-ji and Hye-seon, he kind of led both of them on. The disturbing thing about his behavior is that it seems like he's gonna pick the girl that he talked with most recently, which means that he's swayed by recency bias. What Gwan-hee is doing, he's saying, I'm not really needy, and I have a lot of choices, so even if you decide not that you don't like me, it's fine because I can go talk to other girls. As messed up as that is, I think the girls recognize that and they process that and they want him more because they know that another woman wants him. But I think that kind of thinking also can lead to some mental health issues later down the line, self-esteem, I think insecurity. And in a way, you can see Gwan-hee is probably also very insecure because he keeps going back and forth between Min-ji and Hye-seon. At this point, it seems like he's grown very distant from Ha-jeong, but he still can't make up his mind between Min-ji and Hye-seon, and he's giving them conflicting signs. And at the end of episode 9, he's on a date with Hye-seon in paradise, and it seems like things are going well, but to be honest, guys, in episode 10, we might see Gwan-hee going on another date with Min-ji somewhere and then changing his mind again. In regards to Min-ji and her crying on the helicopter, you have to just control yourself and not do it in that moment and do it somewhere else in a more appropriate setting. And the fact that she starts breaking down and crying in that helicopter in front of everybody maybe shows that she's a bit more emotionally immature than most people thought. To be honest, guys, I kind of saw the emotional immaturity when she was first introduced in the show. She's training to be a broadcaster. She, I think, is in her early to mid 20s as well. So I think at that age, you're not as jaded yet about relationships and how humans work. And I think she was really expecting someone like Gwan-hee to just flip over for her and want her over any other girl. But there's also another dynamic we have to understand in Korea, guys, is that in general, not all, but a lot of Korean women love older men. As we say, Oppas. And I think the reason is because when you have an older guy, it seems like he can guide you, he can lead you. He has more knowledge and experience, so he can be someone you can lean on, a man to take control. And I think a lot of women find that sexy. And in general, when I would meet older Korean girls, or what we say nunas, a lot of them would be a little hesitant about dating someone younger because it's just not as natural, I think, and they want to view someone as a little older and more experienced as a leader, right? Gwan-hee is a lot older than all 3 of these girls. Gwan-hee is 36. From what I've seen in his behavior, he has all the classic red flags of a Korean guy that you shouldn't date. Okay, he's older, more experienced. He makes a lot of money, and he has access to lots of women. Whether you like to admit it or not, guys, professional athletes with money will always be able to access women like this, okay? And that is part of the reason why I think that he's not someone that the girls should pick, even though he's attractive and good at talking. At the end of the day, yeah, you might want the bad boy and someone who makes your heart flutter, but you want stability, someone you know whose heart won't change. And I think it's really sad that a good guy like Min-kyu, who seems to be a lot more consistent in the way he treats his partner, is kind of being thrown to the side and you have these younger girls who maybe just don't know enough about dating yet, fighting over the attentions of a toxic oppa. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Thanks.